Hey, what up? Sitting here in a parking lot. About to go in the store. Hadn't made a video in a while. Figured I would try to take some opportunity here. Maybe it's silly. I can't seem to figure out what exactly it is God wants me to talk about. Keep showing me all sorts of unbelievable things. And Satan keeps coming at me with all sorts of unspeakable things. Just the most disgusting, derogatory, filth-infested crap. Like directly at me with statements through my family and their movements. Lining up every shot. And as I'm ducking them, next thing I know, I look my head up and I'm just sitting right in one of his traps anyways. I'm just like, God, why? How much longer is this going to be? What have I done? Like you looked at me and you spoke so closely to me. What if I had hair? It would have been gray. I would have come down off the mountain with 2 Apple iPads. Tablet joke. Like that's how close you were, God. I'll never change my mind about who you are, your existence, and who you told me that your son is. But this amount of time that I'm spending sparring with Satan for no reason other than the fact that he has a giant mouth and won't shut the hell up, it's wearing me so thin. The only thing in this world that deserves every piece of contempt, every elevated word, every part of anger from the tip of my tongue and the bottom of my heart should be sitting right in Satan's lap. Yet we can't even have a full conversation in this world because we don't realize that he exists. We won't come to an agreement that there is evil on this world, and not just people making mistakes evil, but something influentially playing games with the lives of people, with the hearts of families, and with the minds of men and women all across the world. No, we sit around and we argue amongst ourselves. We don't have an explanation for why everybody's killing each other, why mental health is getting worse, why medications are doing nothing but trying to play catch up with something that's already 3 miles down the course. We don't have any explanation, but we sure got a lot of really loud people that are willing to say God doesn't exist at the same time. I don't have an explanation for evil or why people are evil in this world, but I promise you that God doesn't exist. Just pushing confusion left and right. The real unbelievable thing is we have all of these scientific methods, and our top scientific minds say so much with such certainty that God doesn't exist. But at the same time, for the silliest things in scientific studies, they'll say, oh, we can't say that doesn't exist without certain, or we can't say there's whatever evidence for this or whatever. So the same principles that they say need to be applied in science, they won't apply to God himself because they've been confused by Satan as well and not realizing it. There's this branch beyond ourselves, our opinions and understanding of this world that nobody's stepping out on. We pretend it doesn't exist. It's like Pinocchio's nose. But then there's some of us out here that are walking tiptoe to the end of this branch. The last leaves that I've seen are about 5 feet behind me, and I'm out here screaming, Lord, when is this going to change? And the people like me who are out here doing it, with every breath that we have, with every piece of stability under our feet shaken, people look at us like we're out of our minds. Because we've gone beyond the point of believing that this world is concrete. And we realize that the only thing to rely upon is God and the salvation that He sent in His Son, Jesus Christ. And even beyond that, there's those of us out here who aren't looking to argue with other religions. I'm not looking to box or verbally joust with a Muslim. I'm not looking to do any of this kind of stuff with other people. There's so many things to figure out in discussion. We've got religions based on the same fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We got followers that are willing to go toe for toe. Worse than that, kill each other. Imagine if your grandfather looked down and saw his grandchildren choking each other out, spitting in the face of each other, denying the very trust fund that was given them, and the whole time ignoring anything that the grandfather would have to say. I'm waiting for the opportunity to open my mouth as wide as my eyes have been open. There are things in this world that need to be revealed. Prophecy is not done. Prophets are not dead. The stocks in the false prophecy are way up. And that's unfortunate. Because there's people out here who are dwindling without much left in their gas tank. But meanwhile, other people that want to take the word of the Lord, come up with their own ideas, concepts, claim it as prophecy, and then try to sell it for $30 a pop to other people, they're thriving. It's not the way this works. And I'm looking for some strong people who are willing to dive into it in such a manner. So we can show people what this is truly about. Not chasing paper, not seeking comfort, but finding that manna in the places that we know that God has called us to. And when we get to that place, if we don't find the bread that we hunger for, we'll realize that maybe we've gone in the wrong direction, and we'll correct ourselves. I'm looking for it. Next stop is getting people going through mental health crises taken care of in a different manner. Not choked out, not gun riddled, not thrown in the back of a cop car, but spoken to understand what it is that they're fighting through. To gain greater ground in the mental health community, for everybody who doesn't want to believe that God exists, and also to bring a footing of somewhere that most people don't get the opportunity to go, from the spiritual realm into this world. That's what I got. I'm going to go inside here. I hope you have a blessed night. Oh, I would be remiss if I just didn't put this out there. But the Lord's been impressing, the information about the town of Tyre, the port, Tyre. I believe he's tying it to Trump. My wife's had things shown her as well recently. She watches some dude, Brandon, who's been talking about New York. And the NY subculture has not been held held from me. I don't have any reason to believe that there isn't some connection there as well. But I really, really hate the idea that we potentially have somebody in office that has put up a wall to people, shut them out, and that we're going to get the recompense because he wants to take everything from everybody else in this world, yet he wants to block everybody else out. And if they're going through hard times, struggling, or problems, he doesn't care. And that's a huge problem, because we can't sit here well-fed, clothed, warm, what have you, while other people are literally just, jumping off boats, dying, struggling, famine, all that kind of stuff. We can't have that going on. So that's what I got. All right. God bless. Enough downer, huh? Time to hit that worship music. You guys know how it goes. Sing it till your heart feels it, right? All right. God bless.